Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 7 April 2022. Our first sale for the month. Yeah, it's Thursday night, 9 o'clock. Sale time on the TheApostleP channel. Before we get into the meat of the sale, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First of all, especially if you are new to this weekly sales event, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale. You're going to see them on your screen in just a moment. You'll also find them reprinted in the description underneath this video. Also in the terms, at the very top, you'll see 3 links to previous videos on the channel. The first is to my Primer for Buyers video. And if you are a new viewer, buyer, please watch that. It's a 38-minute expanded explanation of how we do things and why on this weekly sales event. It will help your buying experience immeasurably if you know what's going on. The second link is to my FAQs for Consignors video. That would be applicable to you if you're interested in using this weekly sale to move along some of your collection. So if you'd like me to sell some of your stuff, give that video a look. And then the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for TheApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. So in the description, very, very important component of the video, you will see those 3 video links, then the terms of the sale, then at the very bottom, the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps on the left, pricing on the right. The number to the left of the slash in the pricing column will be the price of the knife as shown. The number to the right, the price with an TheApostleP edge. We're not going to do next day sharpening yet this week. Probably next week we will resume. So expect your sharpened knife to ship in 3 to 4 weeks if you buy it with my edge on it. I believe that's about it for the preliminaries. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and then we'll be right back with the sale inventory. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? We have no leftovers from last week because you guys bought them all last week. So we're going to dig right into the fresh stuff tonight. The first one comes in a very long box. This is the Cold Steel Tai Pan dagger. Oh my. Comes in a Cold Steel Secure X sheath with removable nylon dangle. Looks like we got a little smuts in the checkering of the Cray X handle. Look at that beauty. Oh my. So the Tai Pan is a beautiful, wide, broad-bladed dagger that's skinny and piercy. Blade steel is VG10 Sanmai. I believe you can see the lamination lines if I make the light catch it just right. So I believe they use a VG10 core with a VG1 cladding. Blade length is 7 3/8 and it is a quadruple hollow grind. So every facet is ground hollow and sharpened. Stainless steel guard and pommel with lanyard loop, and then you've got the Cray X or Craton-like checker pattern handle, and it is super grippy and secure. Handle length is 5.5. We'll call this one near mint to like new in box. The goo in the handle notwithstanding. Web price on these knives, brand spanking new, is $240. This one can be yours. Shipped priority mail, all in 160 on the cold steel Tai Pan. Let's see if I can actually secure it. I can. Okay, next up, guys, we're going to continue on that theme of big, huge, cold steel fixed blades. This is the Black Bear Classic. We have another Secure X sheath with removable nylon dangle. Excellent retention. So the Black Bear Classic also has a VG10 Sanmai blade, just like the Tai Pan. So VG10 core, VG1 cladding. This is a Bowie profile blade, but with a quadruple hollow ground dagger grind. The clip is sharp, the spine is sharp, and the main cutting edge is sharp. Stainless steel sub-hilt feature, polished black G10 handle. 8 1/8 inches of blade, 5 1/16 inches of handle. I believe this one I'm going to call near mint in box because it has the tiniest of little chip and rolls right at the tip. Okay, let's see. Web price on these right now at your favorite retailer is $320. This one can be yours, $275 shipped priority mail. And then if you want me to sharpen all three of those edges, I'll do it for $50. But the factory edge is not bad, just so you know. That is the Cold Steel Black Bear Classic Sanmai. Oh, golly. Next up, this doesn't happen very often, guys. I have a Tops fixed blade, and it comes with a box. And there's, you know, some blue paperwork and a poly bag and all the usual stuff that you get with a Tops knife, including this ballistic nylon sheath with Molly system, Velcro retention, and a front compartment that you can stick in there. I don't know, sharpening stone, whatever. Full disclosure on this one, the ballistic nylon sheath does have a plastic insert, and it's hot glued in there, and it's loose. So you might have to stick your glue gun down in there. But anyway, nobody buys this knife for the sheath. Look at that thing of beauty. This is the Tops Mountain Lion. We have a crinkle epoxy coated 1095 blade, 1/4 inch blade stock, satin swedge not sharpened, recurve saber ground blade, very pointy tip, black and green blast finish G10 with red liners, screwed on. Very confident knife in hand, guys. I mean, very confident. I guess you could definitely process a bear with that. Blade length on the Mountain Lion is 5.5. Handle length is 5 1/4. We'll call it like new in box, sheath issue noted. Web price on these brand new is between $150 and $165 by my research. This one can be yours. $125 like it is, $155 if you'd like me to sharpen it. That is the Tops Mountain Lion. Let's see if I can sheath this thing without cutting myself or the sheath. See, this is why I despise Velcro. It's fixed when you don't want it fixed, and it comes loose when you want it fixed. Anyway, all right. Next up, this is a very cool little knife. This is a custom fixed blade from McNees Knives. That's McNees. And this is the McNees Custom Killer B. A very sweet little EDC fixed blade. I'll show you the design of this handle in just a second, and it's really good. So pancake style Kydex with a J clip for retention. That is a polymer clip. A little tiny bit of rattle, but not bad. You could neck this too, I believe. Just take the clip off. Okay, here's the knife. A pretty sweet little stylized Wharncliffe in CPM 154, bead blast finished, hollow grind, well executed sharpening choil. Very nice. Blade length is 2 3/8. The handle's just 3 1/8. And I don't know this looks odd, but watch. The pinky just hangs out on that little ramp, and it's very secure. That knife goes right where it's supposed to go. The scales are burgundy canvas micarta with copper core fastener up front and a copper lanyard tube in the back. Looks like 5/32 stock. Some pretty effective jimping, although it's not ragged. It's just sharp. Very nice. Nice little knife. So, new from maker, when these drop, and they've dropped several times, they sell for $275 and they sell out in minutes. In minutes. This one can be yours like new, no box from maker. $250 like it is $270 with an Apostle P edge. That's the McNees Knives Custom Killer B. Next up, don't laugh. This is a rare, discontinued, and highly sought after CRKT knife. Yes, it is. This is the Tom Crane designed Dogfish, and it's the 2371 Dogfish. So you have a combo edge Wharncliffe blade. You got a handle with a bottle opener. Everybody needs that. You have, yes, a Kydex neck carry sheath, or you could do a slip in the pocket with a beaded chain. This is never opened. Never opened. Unopened blister pack. You get 2.5 inches of blade, 2 1/8 inches of handle. And they're discontinued and out of stock, and the prices vary wildly. I mean, this was probably, what, a $40 knife brand new when they were in production. Some of these are selling near $100. It's crazy. Not this one, though. And the blade steel, by the way, is nothing special. 3CR13. This one can be yours unopened, pristine condition. $45 like it is. $60. I sharpen the front part of that blade. Next up, one returns home. My consignor bought this, gosh, I think it must have been just a little over a year ago. So we have a case 6275 SP Moose, which means secondary spay blade, right? Made in 1975. It is a 5-dot tang stamp, carbon steel, 4 5/16 inches of closed length, beautiful deep red jig bone, oval shield. And the condition on this, I'm going to call excellent to near mint. It's been carried. It might have been touched up, maybe. Got just the beginnings of some speckly patina. So it is a 2-blade Stockman, essentially, right? No center liner, blades on opposite ends. I guess you could just call it a opposite end serpentine jack. Beautiful clip point blade. About 7 pull on the main blade, and it's nice walk and talk. And then the secondary blade, I would say, is a 6.5. But great walk and talk, great alignment on both blades, beautiful bone. From 1975, when a case was a case. Your price on this one, $100 like it is, $130 I sharpen both blades. That's the case 6275 SP Moose. 1975 5-dot. Okay, I promised you guys a Spidey Fest last night, didn't I? I did. It's time. Sit back and enjoy it, guys. Now, we have a period correct box for the first one. It is the wrong box, though, because it is not an SBK, but it is an old Spyderco military. It was made in 2005. It is a military CF, so that is the peel ply solid all the way through carbon fiber. The old PVD curved clip. And then you got an S30V blade. And notice this was a club knife, number 037V. And they made 400 of these, and that was it. Beautiful action. Rock solid lockup. Give you the engagement. That's the engagement of a military that ain't been used much. Blade centering is very close to perfect. It favors the left slightly. Could probably tighten up the pivot just a wee bit and get that right down the middle. Condition on this one, guys, is near mint, wrong box. I really can't find a real mark anywhere on it. It's beautiful. 17-year-old knife. Limited edition Collectors Club carbon fiber military. Your price $250 like it is. $270 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Spyderco Military CF 2005. Next up, no box with this one. I teased you about this yesterday. Check it out. Wow. You could almost call this, and it is the Spyderco Paramilitary period. You could almost call this a prototype for the Paramilitary 2. Because I don't think it was produced for very long, and the Paramilitary 2, frankly, got some things right that this knife didn't. So the 2 had a larger lanyard tube. It's got a 4-way positional clip where this is tipped down right hand only. The original had a very oddly protruding blade tang. Smaller hardware, no bushing pivot. A little shorter, stubbier blade, still in S30V. And it seems like there's not quite as much finger area in the original. Yeah, there's not. So the 2, objectively a better knife, but these are getting rare as hen's teeth. Rock solid lockup, pretty good action. I think I noticed, the detent, probably not quite as strong as most of your modern ones, but not horrible. It's not going to fall open, not at all. And the centering is a little to the right as you're looking at it. Condition is near mint, no box. And it was, guys, a factory second. There is a notch cut in the blade tang. And frankly, I don't know why, because it really doesn't have, unless it was just for centering, but that would seem odd for when these were made, like pre-2010. But really a very, very nice example. Let's do on this one, because they're unobtainium. I couldn't find any listed for sale or recently sold. Let's do $175 like it is, $195 with my edge on it. That's in your inventory. Spyderco Paramilitary, original second. Next up, this is kind of cool, because I just showed you an original Paramilitary. Now we have a Spyderco Paramilitary 2 first run. So this is kind of cool, I think, because there's one thing about this knife, a couple things actually, that changed on later versions of the Paramilitary 2. So notice we're in the 2 now. So we have a smaller horn, a little longer finger grip area, larger lanyard hole, larger hardware, bushing pivot, 4-way clip mount. And notice this clip's never been moved. So yeah, it's really a new knife from back in 2010. Beautiful action. One thing about this though, look at this first run. I have the compression lock leaf all the way against the scale, and the detent ball actually kind of rides on it. So it won't drop shut like a later one because the detent ball is on the blade. Just kind of an odd little quirk from the first run. Probably adds to its collectability. And here's another thing. If you notice around the rounded end of the blade tang, you can see the water jet marks. So that's an unfinished surface on this first run. I think they later became finished, which is interesting. So this is a club knife, number 084. Action, lockup, and centering are beautiful. I would call this one unobtainium because good luck finding one. I don't think they necessarily sold great in 2010. They sure have since. Your price on this one's going to be $140, like new in box, $160 with an Apostle P edge. That's in your inventory is Spyderco Paramilitary 2, first run, 2010. Next up, this knife is amazing me lately, this model, because I remember reviewing the Shaman, a Shaman just like this one, when the knife was first released. And I think you guys were pretty lukewarm on the Shaman. It's kind of heavy, it's kind of thick, it's kind of bulky in the pocket. The ricasso protrudes into the finger area for the compression lock, so you have to kind of get good at moving your finger out of the way as you're closing the knife. But, you know, once you do it. But, yes, I think for a couple of years these things kind of languished. And then they started doing sprint runs in handles and steels, and all of a sudden they're like they're more valuable in sprint runs than pair of twos are. Weird. Anyway, this is the classic, the satin finished black G10, beautifully radiused corners, gorgeous stonewash S30V blade. This one is basically like new, no box, rock solid lockup, beautiful action, perfect centering, clip stonewash to match the blade, looks great. So these have crept up in price brand new. They're not having any trouble selling them though, because they're out of stock everywhere right now. When they're available, they're $231 minimum advertised price at your favorite web retailer. This one can be yours, $190, and it's a beautiful example. $210 if you'd like it with my edge on it. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Shaman BK S30V. Next up, oh, I know you're going to like this one, because when old Saint Nick gets a dealer exclusive, he doesn't order very many, and they sell like crazy. This is a Shaman from Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. This is the black CPM 4V blade with the red St. Nick's handle. Yes, dealer exclusive for St. Nick. That's a gorgeous red G10. It just looks beautiful with the black hardware. Got a beautiful black PVD clip that looks like it's had a bit of a tumble. So the edges are just slightly burnished. It looks great. DLC blade in CPM 4V. Rock solid lockup. Whoops. Not right-handed. Action's just fine. I just suck. Centering's perfect. Condition on this Shaman is going to be like new in the box. They are out of stock. There are 3 sold listings on eBay. $480, $480, and $490. Sold. This one can be yours. $400 even. $425 with my edge on it. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Shaman Red 4V. Next up, it's another Spyderco. It's another Spyderco from Golden. It's another Spyderco Shaman from Golden. This one with a Rex 45 blade. And the burnt orange G10 handle. don't know, guys. Is it just me? Or does Rex 45 take a killer satin? I mean, you know, you can tell that it doesn't give up easily when you grind it. But the satin just shimmers. It just shimmers. I love Rex 45. You know, they're sort of a modern super tool steel powdered metallurgy triumvirate in my book. It goes like this. CPM M4, HAP 40, and CPM Rex 45. Love them all. Love them all. So, lock up, rock solid. Action, perfect. Centering is perfect. Condition, like new in box. It is an out-of-stock Sprint. It's expensive. And this will be a little under market. Your price, perfect example. Oh, by the way, did I show you this? It's club knife number 002. Your price, $350. $350 like it is, $375 with an TheApostleP edge. And let's see, Spyderco and Rex 45. I'm going to tell you, don't pay me to sharpen it. Doesn't need my attention. It's aggressive. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Shaman BOR for burned orange, Rex 45. Next up in Spidey Fest Spring 2022, we have another one from Golden, Colorado. And this is, these are kind of a cult knife, man. Looky here. I have a Dodo in CPM M4. Oh my. Would you look at that? You know, I've never been a fan. But, you know who loves this model? Cutlery lover. He just adores the Dodo. Eric Glesser's maker's mark in front of the hole. So we have an S-curve Dodo beak blade, beautiful Jade G10, reversible tip-up wire clip, not deep carry, but look, there's more. A Pacific Suns deep carry titanium clip that's made to fit those grooves for the wire clip. Very cool. Comes with the Dodo uses the ball bearing lock without a cage, so you got to dig your fingers in there and pull that ball back. When you do, everything is beautiful, smooth, and solid. Rock solid lockup, beautiful centering. And then, I don't know if these flick. Yeah, they do okay. Rock solid lockup. I am just not adept at that lock. Absolutely like new in the box. I think these are a Blade HQ exclusive. So yeah, a perfect example, like new in the box. They're gone. They're absolutely gone. Unobtainium knife. Let's do, on this one, let's do 250 like it is. And if you want me to sharpen that, more power to you, but I don't really think it needs it. And it won't be cheap. I gotta have like $30 to sharpen that S-curve. So 250 like it is, 280 with an TheApostleP edge. That is the Spyderco Dodo Jade M4. Next up, I got out of sync here, guys. We have one more Shaman in the sale. Oops. Rosewood. What? Rosewood. This is known as the Tree Rex because it has a wood handle and a Rex 45 blade. Limited edition, dealer exclusive for Knife Center. Oh, man. Rock solid lockup. Beautiful compression lock action. Perfect blade centering. That is a laminated wood product, right? So much like diamond wood or paca wood, but this is in beautiful rosewood. Condition is like new in the box. Your price, $325 like it is, $350 with an ApostleP edge. That's in your inventory is Spyderco Shaman, Rosewood, Rex 45. Next up, oh guys, would you look at that? The model is C60S, the Massad Ayoob freaking folder. Oh guys, look at this. Made in Seki City, Japan. It is a hard anodized aluminum scaled mid-lock backlock. Look at the liners, guys. They are also aluminum. You got your gold bug emblazoned long clip, and then you got this. Oh. VG10 blade, hollow ground, full spider edge, Moss's signature on the show side, serialized number 319. I don't know what that means. Oh, that knife means bidnet. Oh yes, it does. 3 3/4 inches of blade, 5 inches of handle. Centering's perfect. Action is sweet. Lockup is rock solid condition. Like new in the box. Hard to find a price reference for this knife. One sold recently on eBay at $403. One. There are no others. There are no current listings. This is a pristine knife in its original box. Your price, shipped priority mail, $395. $395 like it is. No need to sharpen. That is the Spyderco Massad Ayoob folder. Next up, another from Spyderco. Last one for a bit. We're going to take a little Spidey break. But here we go. Must be a fancy one. And it is. So, this is the Peter Resenti designed, what do we call this? A Paysan. Yeah. So, the Paysan integral titanium handle. Uh-oh. It had kind of a blah clip. So, this one has been affixed with the Purvis Timascus clip. So the clip was kind of pedestrian for as expensive as the knife was. But you have that beautiful Timascus clip. And then the other thing, it was fat. The blade was just fat. It was fat stock and fat behind the edge. But look, not this one. This Paysan is sporting a regrind by Brian Kim. And it is nice and thin behind the edge. Now this has got Brian's edge on it. It's pretty doggone good. I'm going to give you a sharpened price, but I would probably leave Brian's work alone just for resale value. So you've got a steel inserted titanium frame lock, ball bearing pivot, one piece integral titanium handle. Nice. I mean, it's nice, guys. And the detent is maybe the best of a Paysan I've had in my hand. It's really nice. Oh. And this is a model that, since it's been discontinued, has gone through the roof. I found sold listings on eBay for Paysans between $600 and $1,100. This has perfect action, perfect lockup, perfect centering, and we'll call it like new in pouch as modded. Okay, they're discontinued, they're out of stock. I told you what they're selling for on eBay. This one can be yours. Maybe the nicest Paysan I've ever seen. $850 like it is, $875 with my edge. Doesn't need it. Okay, that's in your inventory of Spyderco Paysan Kim Regrind custom clip. Next up, here is a knife with some YouTube provenance. It is a Benchmade 781 Anthem, a knife that didn't sell all that well when they were making it, but once it was discontinued, through the roof they shot. And this 781 Anthem has a blue anodization job performed by Nathan Allen, a custom order for Nick Shabazz. This was Nick's review Anthem. So, it has the old axis lock with the new mechanism, the cartridge coil spring axis lock. The whole assembly removable with those two screws for cleaning. 3 7/16 inch stonewash blade, CPM 20 CV. Number what? 1. Can't quite read it. You guys can read it better than I can. What does that say? Something of 1,000. It's got a polished edge, and frankly, guys, I might have done this edge, but I don't remember. It has a little bit of use on it, but not much. Definitely doesn't need a refresh. Lockup is rock solid. The action is sweet. The centering is down the middle. Just a slight carry wear in a couple areas. There was one I think you could see, that little peak has a little burnishing on it, maybe at the front corners. All in all, super sweet though. So discontinued, out of stock, going through the roof. Let's see. These are selling in the mid-4s, guys. Let's see, on this one we're going to do $425. The knife of the neck, $425. Like it is, no need to sharpen. Next up, I teased you guys about this one yesterday. So look at the sterile box. And there's a pouch inside with goodies and stuff. But it says this is the Opiate Mini, right? This is from a collaboration between Black Snow Customs and Reate. This is the Mini Opiate. Very cool profile closed. Black canvas micarta scales. Big pivot. Gorgeous milled titanium clip. I'm going to call it a titanium liner lock, but it's much like a frame lock. The liners are very thick, and the lock bar has a steel lock face insert. It is a ball bearing flipper. Kind of a, I don't know, like an abbreviated cleaver. Very cool. Beautiful stone wash. RWL 34 blade. Blade length is 3 5/16. Just a beautiful, beautiful grind. Nice and thin behind the edge. The handle's 4.5 inches in length. It's got a forward finger choil you can use. Lots of real estate. Hand filling. Just a nice knife. Nice low profile flipper. Perfect geometry on the flipper. Lockup is rock solid. Action's perfect. Centering's perfect. So this version, I guess, is an exclusive for Slice FK. They're currently out of stock. When they were in stock, they were $395. This one can be yours for $375 like it is. $395 if you'd like it with my edge on it. That is the Black Snow Customs Reate Mini Opiate. Next up, we have three, count them, three from Boost Blades. First one with your knife inside. We had one of these last week in a different handle material, I think, but this is the Boost Blades Mini Smoke in marble carbon fiber, blue titanium hardware pivot and floating backspacer, milled titanium pocket clip, steel inserted titanium frame lock, and a ball bearing front flipper. Delicious little muskrat clippy blade. Blade steel on this one is 20 CV. Blade length 2 15/16. Handle length 3 15/16. There's your lock engagement. Lockup is rock solid. Ball bearing action's perfect. Centering's perfect. Condition is near mint in box. There's a little burnishing on the end of the clip from pocket carry. These are out of stock right now. They go out quick. Your price on this one, $210 like it is, $235 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Boost Blades Mini Smoke Marble CF. Next up, another one from Boost Blades. This one comes with the white sleeve, but your knife is still inside. This is the Smoke TM2, so a full-size smoke. Beautiful titanium handle, floating titanium backspacer, milled titanium clip. A gorgeous seafoam green ano. Steel inserted titanium frame lock. Front flipper on bearings. Blade steel is M390 on this one. Blade length is 3 9/16. Handles 4 9/16. There's your lock engagement. It is rock solid. Ball bearing action is beauteous. Centering is perfect. Condition, like new in the box. Right now, there are some of these still available in different colors for $240. They were when I looked it up today, but they might be gone now. This one, like new, in box, shipped priority mail, all in, $220 like it is, $245 with an ApostleP edge. That is the Boost Blades Smoke TM2. Next up, it's another Boost. This in a white box with no sleeve. I can't make any sense of that. This is a pretty cool knife. Oh yeah. This is the Boost Blades Custom Aero V2. Custom. Okay, no no Chinese CNC on this one. Gorgeous carbon fiber scale. DLC coated titanium frame, clip, and DLC coated blade. Blade steel is CPM 20 CV. A gorgeous Wharncliffe. You know, one thing about Boost, if he's going to put a hole in a blade, he does it right. It makes sense every time. Blade length on the Aero, 3 13/16. It's a bigger knife than it looks. A 4 13/16 inch handle. And man, is that comfortable. There's the engagement on your steel inserted frame lock. Lockup's rock solid. Ball bearing pivot. Rocks. Flipping action. Perfect. Blade centering. It's pretty close to perfect. It is near mint in box. Good luck finding one of these. It's the only one I've ever seen. Couldn't find any pricing references. I do know that my seller paid $650 for it used. And it's in the same condition now. Let's do $575 like it is $600 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Boost Blades Custom Aero V2. Next up, we're back for some Spydercos. This one in my favorite box inside is the Gayle Bradley folder. Original variety. We have Beautifully textured carbon fiber over G10 laminate scales that have revealed some of those triple thick stainless steel liners polished on the edges. Bright standoffs. PVD coated clip. And there are some little pock marks, couple love bites on the pocket clip. Beautiful action. Blade, I think that might say CPM M4. Oh, yeah, it does. Beautifully hollow ground. These are generally like 15 to 17 thousandths thick behind the edge. Now, my seller said he had some pepper marks on this one, but I don't see them. I guess he's got better eyes than I do. Wait, right there above my thumb. That's what M4 does. It doesn't really get orange rust. It gets little tiny black spots. Very slight. But nothing around the hole like you usually see. There is your lock engagement. That's Gayle Bradley Perfect. It is rock solid, as every one of them is. Beautiful phosphor bronze action. Perfect blade centering. So condition near mint, in box. These are discontinued, long out of stock. Selling prices for sold knives on eBay between $170, which was kind of a dilapidated one, all the way up to $400 people are paying for these. This one can be yours. $175 like it is, $200 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Spyderco Gayle Bradley. Next up, we have a Seki City Spyderco. A Delica flat ground WC for Horn. Cliff. Black FRN. Black clip. Bright hardware. VG10 blade. Full flat ground. A pretty nice worn cliff. Those are my greasy fingerprints. That's just a pretty blade, and it looks so good with the handle. And it presents so well to the work. Yeah. Rock solid lockup. Nice free action. Centering is about perfect. Condition on this one is like new in the box. They are currently available brand new at your favorite retailer for $88. Or just buy this one. $65 shipped priority mail. $85 if you like it with an ApostleP edge. That is the Spyderco Delica Warney. Next up, it's another Spidey. It's another Delica, but this is a Delica FFG in brown. What a delicious little knife. That color was made for the Delica. Black clip, bright hardware, brown FRN. Standard Delica blade, but full flat ground VG10 blade steel. Whoop. There we go. Once the lock bar goes down all the way, it locks up dead tight. Nice action. Centering's very close. Might favor the right just a bit. Condition is like new in the box. These are available currently at your favorite web retailer for $88 minimum advertised price. This one, like new in the box, shipped priority mail, all in $65, $85 with an ApostleP edge. That's in your inventory of Spyderco Delica FFG BRN. Next up, we have come to tonight's Save Me From Myself moment. It is a Spyderco. It's from Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. It's a Paramilitary 2 crewwear. Oh, I owned the same configuration, smooth G10 crewwear blade in a pair of 3. I just don't love the pair of 3. I sold that knife. One of you guys bought it. This is the pair of 2. Knife Center exclusive. Smooth G10. CPM crewwear blade. So new, nobody ever moved the clip. Rock solid lockup. Not quite swinging free. It probably could be. Locks up rock solid. There we go. And the centering going to be about perfect. Conditions like new in the box. Oh. You know, I wrote very slight side play, but now it doesn't have any. So it must be right on the hairy edge. Just needs a little love tuning use. It's like new in the box. Let's see. There are no sold listings on eBay. They're out of stock at Knife Center. There is one currently available knife just like this, listed for a buy it now or best offer at $275. This one can be yours, shipped, priority mail, all in, $235 like it is, $255 with an ApostleP edge. Please buy it, guys. Please buy it, please, because I don't really need to spend that right now. That's in your inventory. Spyderco Pair 2 BK Smooth Black Crew Wear. Next up, we have arrived at the Rob's Pick knife for this evening's sale. Oh my, it's too cheap. I'm just saying. From Great Eastern Cutlery's Northfield unexcelled line of premium pocket knives, we have a special factory order for my collector knives. A number 771218 Yankee freaking Barlow in Desert Ironwood. All steel construction, bolsters, liners, springs. The gorgeous Desert Ironwood. Beautiful square cut end. Main clip point blade. Long pull with match striker. Cut swedge. 7.5 pull. Beautiful walk and talk. Oh, blades both nicely centered. Like new in the tube. Your price $350 like it is. $380. I sharpen both blades. The GEC Northfield number 77 Yankee Barlow. Next up, only the second Benchmade in tonight's sale. This is a 940-1 Osborne carbon fiber and an S90V blade. So there's your carbon fiber. There is your polished deep carry clip. There is your S90V blade. Now, this has been fairly lovingly sharpened by its owner. Man, I tell you what, it looks like I did it once, because that looks like my choil extension, but it's definitely not my edge at this point, although it's pretty sharp, and it's not over sharpened. Rock solid lockup, nice free swing in action. Centering is going to be down the middle, and I don't know how or why, but this standoff has been scuffed. I don't know why. Maybe it had a scale job at some point. Hard to tell. I think the MAP price on these, the minimum advertised price at your web retailer, I think they're up to like $282 now. This one can be yours for $225 like it is. $250 with an ApostleP edge. I'll call it excellent in box. Mechanically it's so good, but you do have that little scuffed standoff. So $225 like it is, $250 sharpened on the Benchmade 940-1. Next up, oh man, it's too bad that one dude got mad at me and unsubscribed and swore he'd never buy a knife from me, because the Launch 11 that, you know, I didn't put in the sale, that I didn't say I was going to put it in. Anyway, it's here now. The Launch 11. This is the review knife from this past Monday. So if you want to get the skinny on it, go watch that review video. Anyhow, black hard-anodized aluminum frame, beautifully milled by Kershaw in-house design. Slender, reversible, right or left tip-up pocket clip. Gorgeous little bronze anodized pivot collar. Black wash blade, and it's a launch, so it's CPM 154. 2 3/4 inch blade. 3 7/8 handle. Button lock auto with a very nicely nestled button. You're never gonna open this knife by mistake. Very 940-ish blade shape, don't you think? Super good utility blade. And it's wearing a fresh Apostle P edge. Now these I think are $109. MAP pricing at Knife Ship Free, the best place to buy knives if you're buying a new knife. $109, I believe, last time I looked. This one can be yours with my edge on it for $95 shipped priority mail. The Kershaw Launch 11 TAP for the Apostle P. And the last item in the sale, if you watched my review video last night, you know what it is. It's a watch from Pricetus Watches. It is the Type A11 Tom Rice edition. So Pricetus is an American brand, I believe California-based. They're assembling watches in the United States with imported components. This is a faithful homage watch to the World War II U.S. military issue A11 field watch. This one with the cream dial, the black Arabics and minute track, lume plops at each hour, same color as the hands. They glow a nice green. I'm not doing a lume shot. It's think Hamilton field watch lume, not superb. Mostly blasted case, polished lug tops and a polished crown. Screw-on case back. Seiko NH35 movement, 38 millimeters in diameter, 45 tip to tip, 20 millimeter lug width, 12.5 thick, including probably 2.5 millimeters at least of double domed bubbly mineral glass with AR coating on the underside. This watch running, in my observation, over a week and a half, 12 to 15 seconds quick per day. I'm going to call it near mint to like new in box. If it's not like new, it's because I don't think I even did. I don't think I even scuffed a lug tip changing straps. But you get this double thick nylon two-piece in a coppery brown, which is beautiful. And then it also shipped with, come on, I won't be able to get it out of the box. Wow. A green canvas two-piece. So these watches are available on Pricetus's website for $249. This review sample can be yours. I'm just making somebody a deal on this. $160 shipped priority mail for the Pricetus A11 Tom Rice edition automatic watch. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another knife sale and a watch on the Apostle P channel. Thank you for hanging out with me. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Have at her, boys.